Hello and welcome to another ALTTPR League race. We are in week 7. This is a co-op Randomizer seed. We will have full Randomizer today, so 3 bosses will be doubled. The race is between the Immortals and Waffle Drive-Thru. On Immortals, we have James FNX and Roach versus Demo and Salty Fry. I am Zethno, and I am joined here by I'm Cody. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to this race.
Yeah, Randomizer is definitely a really interesting thing to watch, I think, in my mind, especially with the boots, especially without the sword. So you're going to see at the starting of this race, for newer viewers, is that you're going to see these runners dashing around the world and not knowing what enemy they're going to have in front of them. In some cases, this means dashing right off the bat immediately into an enemy that can insta-kill them. So you can always look forward to potentially seeing something like that. Cody, is there anything specific you're looking at here?
Always looking forward to seeing Helmasaur.
Helmasaur. Would you like to see Helmasaur in Skull Woods?
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
Have you not seen Helmacopter?
I meant Helmacopter. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That and like, there's been a couple of times we've had some interesting Moldorms show up, so I always like seeing him with his extra eyes.
This is kind of interesting. Both top runners here going Sanctuary route. Both bottom runners are going Link's house, but both bottom runners have chosen a different path. Roach has gone to Uncle, and Salty Fry has gone directly to Saha's closet without a bomb. I actually don't remember if you can bomb this wall, or dash this wall. I think you can.
You can for the Saha wall.
Yeah, you can dash it. Okay, gone right here, gotten the 3 items. That's an interesting decision. My team hadn't even discussed that. Ooh, half magic.
A bit of a lengthy check, a little bit out of the way, especially since you can't really go into Easter unless you find something, but I mean, it is 3 checks.
We could be seeing an early Eastern play here. Has anyone checked the map? Like, they're going, okay, that is a death on Roach's side. You know what I was talking about earlier? When you have boots and you don't know what enemy you're about to walk into? This is what happens. Okay, we got 2 Lost Woods checks on the north side of our screens. Shovel, kind of useful. Oh god, that was a spike. That was the big spike trap. That's not nice. Those things are on Lionel's. Roach is not having and Abimos. Roach must not be liking what he's looking at here.
It's a very hostile trip to the village.
These enemies are a lot stronger than they're supposed to be, Ganon. Ganon, be nicer, please.
He's trying a new strategy.
I don't even know what item that was. That was a piece of heart. Okay, on race game. So we do have our top runners going to be entering Kakariko soon. James trying to get the bomb, not getting it due to the north bonk. It's an interesting thing I learned in a bad way. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be if you bonk that rock from the north, you don't get the bomb.
Some of the quirks this game has are just out there.
Yeah, it works from every other direction, but the north does not work. And I learned that in a ladder race, so that was interesting. Oh, was that a hook shot?
Looks like a single arrow.
It's a single arrow that looked really... No, it was a hook shot.
Okay.
No, wait, we have a hook shot. Wait, hold on. James has hook shot already. I missed it somewhere. Was it in Lost Woods? Did you see where they got that?
No, I missed it.
Hopefully our trackers. Good time to shout out our 2 trackers who we're going to be relying on for the rest of this game. Jinxie Girl and Lady Laura Linda. It was in Lost Woods.
Glove.
We both just missed it. But a glove? Where was that?
I was in the back of blinds.
Back of blinds. Okay, so we got a glove. James's screen messes me up because I keep thinking he's in bunny form, or they're in bunny form. He's in bunny form. Demo going for the extra rupees to get that 100 rupees to attempt to do a immediate bottle vendor check. James is going to be short the same amount. Roach is not much behind James. It's interesting sometimes when you see two players that are this close together in Kakariko, because remember that the runners on the same team are sharing information. But if they're this close to each other, there's not a lot of opportunity to actually share info. And Roach is going a completely different direction. Probably going to go get the hook shot. Why does Chicken Hut have 4 chickens? This is Randomizer. Is that allowed? I'm being facetious, but that doesn't feel right.
I guess they just wanted to stay there and put up a fight with the bot.
Like, all 4 of them are chickens. I saw a seed yesterday with 3 chickens in there. Why are there so many chickens in Chicken Hut? That's supposed to be like the terrible room in Randomizer that most runners are totally scared of. Because think about it. It's a very small room. 4 chickens that do no damage, and you can replace them with any enemy in the game.
Yeah,
that seems scary
to avoid normally for sure, but no, we get chickens.
4 chickens! You walk in there, you see that, you kind of laugh. You go, hey, it's vanilla. So what are we going to see? We found a can of Burna on Salty Fry's side. I'm going to assume that was in Eastern.
Yeah, I'm thinking it must have been, because they actually saved and quit right after they got through the dark room and opened the box.
Okay, so they got through the dark room. I was looking at the other runners at the time, but man, that's a risk. Like, trying to do those dark rooms can be really iffy with Randomizer, because remember, with 3 hearts green mail, you can just walk into an enemy that just does 3 hearts damage. Having Burna to get through the dark room. Actually, that's a good point. That half magic in Burna definitely helps the dark room. Thank you to our viewer, Rainbow Trout. That's a good point. This is what I get for not watching that screen.
I can't blame you when there's 4 going.
Yeah, this is why we have trackers, and this is why we have viewers. So you know what? We both myself and Cody, we are keeping kind of an eye here on chat. You got something you want to say, you want us to hear, we are keeping an eye on it. So do try to participate. Always nice to hear what our viewers think. We have Mini Moldrum Cave going. Nothing too interesting. We did see some hookshot tricks to get that chest, which is always nice.
And there's our bug now.
Oh yeah. Roach is just checking things that Salty Fry has already checked. They're just doing things in a little bit of a different order. Hookshot, you know, hookshot is such an underrated thing, but like in Randomizer, it stuns so many items that when you don't have it, it makes Randomizer so... Okay, so looks like we are not going to see a water walk from James, and there is mitts in Mini Molder that I looked immediately after we found that. So we do have mitts, but we are not going to see a water walk. It's quite a risky thing, because you water walk, you get hit, you're dead.
Yeah, and with it being various things we could find in the water, it's pretty risky.
It definitely is. Most runners I've talked to will say they're not going to do the bridge check. Like, they're not going to do the hobo check. It's not worth... You run into something in the water, you're just instantly dead over there. A lot of runners are still willing to potentially check that waterfall fairy, maybe. But, you know, James has no money. Could be making the choice to go do that later. I think Demo might do the water. Yeah, we're gonna see it. Look at this. This is the water walk right here. Now Tuesday night, this was the difference between one of our open race seeds. One of the teams was able to get an important item out of Waterfall Fairy. Oh no, we're gonna see a fake flipper. What do you think about this, Cody?
I'm honestly surprised. I hope it works out.
Oh,
this could be nasty.
This is a risk. I just want to watch this. Just watch Demo here. Remember, if Demo takes a hit, he's dead. Any hit. Oh, wow. What an enemy to have right there. That's such a nice enemy. The game has decided to be very friendly. Any enemy that aggroes you would be really bad there.
No doubt. We get ether for our troubles.
I mean, it's Randomizer. Whether or not ether is required, ether is nice.
That is true. You may have a slight bias against ether, not gonna lie.
Against ether? Any particular reason? I feel like there's
I've had a run of seeds where it's either been useless in the first thing I find, or I've lost location to more than I would like to admit.
Fair enough. But you know, in Randomizer, it is very nice to have that item that will either, you know, freeze or damage a whole bunch of the enemies in the room, and it's a pretty quick cast time, which is very nice.
Well, that's true, and we have half magic.
And half magic, yeah. Ether is a very nice thing to find. Oh, and we found bombs. Does not have the rupees. So you know what? James skipped that waterfall cave, but it didn't end up being anything of importance.
And our lamp.
Mitts. Oh, whoa! Where did we see lamp? I missed that.
In the castle.
Oh, Salty Fry picked it up earlier.
Oh yeah.
Salty Fry did that check already. This is likely why you see Demo going for it. Just a reminder that, like, these runners in non-Randomizer probably would not go out of their way for the lamp. They'd be like, oh, that's where it is. Okay, we're just going to ignore it. But Randomizer makes dark rooms really freaking dangerous. Eastern is a green pennant, so they may not need to go to the back, which is nice because getting to the back of Eastern in Randomizer is an extremely difficult task without lamp. But still, that means, you know, if you got to do something like Turtle Room, it's got, what, 8 different enemies and you don't know what they are, it could get a little rough without the lamp.
Yeah, it could get nasty pretty fast.
Okay, we still haven't found anything else that's really helpful to us. Ooh, James showing why lamp is so helpful in these dark rooms. Demo took a death, and that felt like not in a good location. Maybe it was on purpose. Salty Fry already did Hyrule Castle, so I assume that maybe it was just done on purpose. Yeah, okay,
I don't think anything substantial was downstairs.
So what Demo did, probably just walked out after grabbing the lamp and taking a death, so that kind of makes sense. Man, this ropes room is kind of rough if you don't have lamp.
We got some chickens.
A whole bunch of chickens here in Dark Cross. We have a mountain check going up on James's side. The funny thing about this particular dark room is that it tends to be easier than normal without the lamp, just because most enemies are unable to get out of the wall. The bats all start in the wall. Ooh, today they actually were kind of mean. We're not seeing anything nice from any of our runners. So, like, you gotta kind of, like, a little bit think about this. Where can our runners really go? We've got... Paradox Cave has gotta, like... Paradox Cave could have something...
I feel like something might be hiding our moon pearl.
Ah,
here
there's the
soon.
moon pearl.
Well,
You say that, and we found it.
we got plenty of locations now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, something's gotta be here on the mountain, right? Because we've already checked Eastern, we checked South Shore, we checked Hyrule Castle, like, progression had to be here somewhere. Okay, so we have Dark World access, nothing on Floating Island. Demo gonna head up and get that Moon Pearl, knowing that it's kind of required. Both runners on the Immortals side also on Death Mountain. I think both teams have figured out there's nowhere else they can go. It's not in Eastern, it's not on South Shore, it's not in CAC. Like, the only place you really have left is the mountain.
That cave definitely does have some odd ones in it, but wow. I think that's probably the most I've seen that haven't been stuck in the wall in a while. Like you were saying.
Yeah, like most of the enemies you can get are going to get stuck in the wall, so the fact that they weren't is kind of impressive. So now here's a question: like, you got mitts. You're probably going into the Dark World, right? Where do you think our runners are going?
Oh man. I would be wanting to check Thieves Town probably.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a map check. We don't actually know if it's a crystal or a pendant, though. We do have our runners... Oh, wow. Double sync here on the top. Both runners going into Dark Death Mountain.
And we just got our map check. 5-6, one of them is on Thieves Town.
Thieves Town.
And if I'm not mistaken, our other 5-6 was Pod.
The big question was what the pendants were. I'm kind of hoping our trackers picked that up. No, we'll be able to check that. Oh, we found a flute. That is a good item. Looks like we have Turtle Rock as the other red on our tracker here.
Yep, that's it. See, I was seeing the red pendant on Pod. That's a big difference.
Red pendant versus red crystal, yeah.
There's our sword and hookshot cave.
Oh, we found a sword. Wow. Okay, that helps. We no longer have to dash with our face into things with these boots. James having a little bit of an issue with that enemy. Does not want to get out of the way of the hookshot. Oh wow, what a BMOS. Wow, this is forget hookshot cave, this is BMOS cave. Both runners on the right side activating flute together. Teammates doing it perfectly in sync here. I'm gonna see their. This is interesting. In a co-op race, we have these two runners on our right side are very close to each other.
Yeah, I'd expect to see a little more divergence.
Yeah, trying to share some information, help each other out, but I mean, it definitely makes sense to go pick up the flute. But still,
Salty did have that red cane to pick up too.
yeah, that's true. So here we go. We got what? I did not see that. I have no idea what was on Meyer.
Nah, I missed it even on the restream. We got our Cape and Meyer shed though.
Cape. Yeah. I assume it's Ether.
Yep.
Because we have demo running right for it. Activating it. James leaving the area completely does not have Ether. This is interesting. Only demo has Ether.
That fake flipper's paid off.
Oh, was that? Where was that? Was that on Hobo?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
That could be the play.
That's a risky play that worked out like huge. And man, these enemies on demo side are not friendly to killing with a sword.
No, I would not be happy to find a bunch of Tektites in Meyer.
Like, what is this? Especially that red one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know, we got a good comment coming from chat here. Why don't you just ether them? You got half magic, you have ether, just use it.
James is not having fun trying to get to this room in Skull.
Yeah, honestly, this room can be harder in Randomizer, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. That's Ice Rod. That is nice to find, because remember that our bosses are also randomized, so... that was so fast, I'm not sure I caught that. Our bosses are randomized, and on that note, when you find the compass, your map will show you what the boss is. So every once in a while, you may see our runners randomly checking the dungeon maps, which you will never see in any other mode, and they're trying to find out what enemies in the dungeon that they are in. Oh my god, that's Spike Trap on James's side. What a location for it. You see that in the first room of Skull? Take a look at this thing.
Oh my goodness, that is awful.
What a location for that thing.
And we got Salty taking care of our moth.
Ooh! That was a bow. On Roach's side. Salty, yeah, that's a good point though. Taking out Moth, getting a crystal. And that was a red crystal at that, I believe.
Yep, for Thieves Town.
But, yeah, really, Moth is one of the easier bosses in the game to defeat, as long as you're not fighting Moth in the vanilla dungeon. Fighting Moth in Skull Woods is very difficult. Fighting Moth in any other dungeon is perfectly fine. And we got the bomb jump. James trying to bait out the spike trap and gets a small key. That was not particularly great.
Now, where did we see that bow?
That bow... You know, I was commenting on it. Thieves Town? I saw a boat. None of our runners have it on the tracker. I'm pretty sure it was Thieves then. I think it was the 4th chest at the front of Thieves, so both our bottom runners should have it? No, top runners should have it. Yeah, top runners should have it. We're having a little bit of a technical issue. It will catch up with us soon.
Yeah, it would have to have been Thieves Town, because, oh, and there's our flippers on Bumper Ledge.
Flippers in bumper chest, okay. Yeah, we're getting some confirmation in chat. I mentioned it right after the big key chest in Thieves Town. This makes sense, because I thought it was the big key chest in Thieves Town. Looks like James is going to dash over and check catfish through the water here. The bow is a huge thing. It does put Eastern Palace completion into logic, even though our runners probably don't actually need the bow to finish it. It's just nice when you find some enemies to be able to complete it. We're getting the Smith turn-in on Salty Fry, which we will see again on Roach's side very, very soon. Got a Boomerang up on James's side. And we're going to see the boss from Misery Mire in a moment. I don't know what it is, because I missed the map check.
And Smith turn-in just gave us some rupees.
Ooh, Demo taking a hit. Tried to time it. That's really difficult in that. We got Landmo? Yeah, it's Landmo on Demo's side. Ew. Landmo with Fighter Sword. This is pleasant. And don't forget, Viddy's goo at the top of the map does still damage you, so you actually can't get near the top.
Oh, that's nasty.
So this is a Landmo fight near the bottom of the screen only. We are seeing, though... I thought that was a fake... That was a water walk, but maybe I missed something. James is getting that ether with the flippers. Wow, we watched Demo try to fight a fighter sword Landmo only on the bottom side of the screen. This is an unpleasant fight. So James picks up the medallion. Oh, there's a Landmo death. I think we're on the last Landmo here on Demo's side.
And
there
we
it is.
go.
There is Landmo down. Man, what a boss fight there. Unpleasant. So Landmo first to 2 crystals. Or Landmo first to 2 crystals. Demo. Their names are a little too close.
Looks like James is going to go on up to Zora for us.
Yeah, that's an interesting check. First time we have this. Do you think it's going to be anything important?
Oh, maybe at this rate. All kinds of fun stuff. You have to go the long way, though.
Yep. What do we got? Nope. Piece of heart. Not worth it.
Looks like Demo's going to give us some of the Village of Outcast checks.
Yeah, I think we got this earlier from our other runners that were in Thieves Town already.
Get some double confirmation on this bow, maybe.
You know, I said 2 crystals because I think they were up, but that might have been just a miss, a tracker, a little bit of an issue there. We have one crystal here on demo side. I think demo's about to find the bow, though. Roach heading up into Skull Woods. We are seeing the runners basically... yeah, okay, so the bow was in the big chest of Thieves Town.
Right after the big key, so that puts everything in line.
Yep, that's where I thought it was, but good to have confirmation now.
I feel better about it.
Both teams are aware of where the bow is, though. Like, that's huge. Both teams know where the bow is. Okay, here's the interesting thing. Demo's going to the back. I don't remember James going to the back of Thieves Town. If James didn't go to the back, this could be an interesting play here. This is new information for us, and if this is something important, this could be huge for Waffle House. Oh, that's a fire rod on James' side on Digging Game.
Oh, and there's one of those cannon guards. And there's our mirror in the back. Yeah, that is substantial.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that mirror pickup, I had to look away for one moment, but that mirror is going to be a huge thing to pick up there for Waffle House. Man, that mirror, did you see what chest it was in? Because I missed that for a moment.
The mirror was in the top and the back of Thieves Town.
It was like the attic? With
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that is... Swamp Palace is a crystal. It is a required mirror in the back of Thieves Town. There's going to be a big question as to how long it's going to take the Immortals to come back there. It's gonna be a rough thing. James making very quick work of Mothula with that fire rod. We have Roach going into Mire. I think Waffle's house has already done one trip in there.
Yeah, man, that mirror is going to bug me for a while if they don't get it soon. Because, I mean, when do you even go back there at this point?
Unfortunately, that's going to be pretty dang close to a last location. I think we found I don't know how many items we found in the front. I'm thinking, like, did we find the small key? If we found the small key, at least they're more likely to go back. But... yeah, that's not a good location. Roach has been defeated by an enemy here, hiding underground. Those enemies are really bad at Randomizer because you don't know where they are and you have to kill them, and they like to sneak up on you at the last second. We got Salty Fry going through with the bow locked area with the bow, even though it's not logically bow locked area. Our runners don't need the bow to defeat this kill room like they normally do, but the game actually still does expect them to have it. Kind of a weird little thing of Randomizer.
Seems like we're gonna get a graveyard ledge check now.
Yeah, that death on Salty Fry was a death reset. Because there's no hammer to complete the rest of the right side.
James
Salty
showing
Fry
us some of
going
those
right.
ether strats in Ice Palace.
I mean, ether is such a wonderful thing to have, and any medallion, ether bombos especially, but medallions are just so nice in Randomizer where you can say, hi, I can ignore which enemies are in this room. I'll just defeat them with a medallion. So we have Salty Fry checking some new things in Pod. We have James checking some new things in Ice Palace. Icebreaker. Makes sense. Oh, what a location for a Pengator. That's mean game. On a Pod Bridge. Or in the back. Yeah. Hammer Yump Bridge. What a location here. Like, wow. James has some unfortunate enemies in that room, but gets down pretty well.
Some
It's
downgraded skeletons, at least.
Sorry?
There's some downgraded skeletons there.
Yeah. I was laughing at that too. Staphos instead of Staphos Knights. How nice.
A little less laggy, too.
Oh boy, though, I didn't see. I seem to have kept missing the first room of Meyer. That is an unpleasant room with a chain chomp right up front.
That's nasty.
I would not be happy seeing that. Thankfully, our runners do have blue mail and a decent number of hearts. And, of course, cape for some of our runners. Oh, Salty Fry picked up a red mail somewhere when I looked away. I'm going to assume it was in Pod.
A lot of these checks have been a blink and you'll miss it kind of situation.
That's the big thing with co-op. Remember that our teammates are talking to each other. They do have they do have each other on comms. They're on voice, and every time they check something, they're telling each other, "Don't check this. Go get that." So you'll see one runner check it, the other runner will just ignore everything else in the dungeon except the 2 or 3 chests they need.
We've got confirmation from one of our trackers that the red mail was in Pod.
It makes sense. It was the only place that we really didn't have an opportunity to have looked at it yet. Man, like, I would have loved a sword. Roach just died in the back of Meyer. Doesn't have the compass yet. Does not know what boss is in the back. Roach is going to attempt this a second time, but could get to the back and find an enemy that is not defeatable with the current item set. We have a swamp play over on demo side. That's a new check.
I guess we don't have a swamp play.
What are we looking at here? Oh, yeah. No hammer. Went in for the first check.
We would need the hammer, wouldn't we?
I wonder if that was a purpose. I gotta ask, like, at the end there, like, was that a purposeful, like, first check of swamp play? Or was that an accidental check? Like, I assume it was on purpose, but that's a heck of a long time to check for one item. I'm curious to see what was running through their minds when they checked that. Yeah, I agree with chat here. It must have been on purpose. It's just a very interesting check.
Yeah, they were dropping off the purple chest, so they were in the area already. I guess you could link that in if you needed to.
Yeah, I guess. Still feels a little long, but I guess it makes sense if you're gonna try to make that play. Looks like we found the big key here in Tower of Hera. We're probably gonna grab this and going to I assume we were gonna hook shot up the way. Okay, there it is. I was like, where's the hook speed? There it is. We got it. We do have Salty Fry in Desert.
Now, it was a demo that did the fake flipper check earlier, right?
Yeah, because he has ether.
So, following that, they may just be thinking that they need to make plays like that and check some of the odder places that might take a little bit extra, but not too bad.
Could be. There is the thing to keep in mind that this is the last week of League, so they do kind of know how they stand with the other teams, and Waffle House Drive-Thru does have quite a few more points than Immortals, as you can see on screen. We are 13-3 here.
Hold stare at Hera. This won't be fun.
No. So here's you want the really bad thing. If you fall, you have to unfreeze Cold Stare again.
Oh, man.
So long story short with this fight, don't fall. And there's the kill. Very well done. Demo saved himself the bottle, gets through it. Finds the compass. What? You know, it feels like the compass likes to be on the boss a lot, Randomizer. This is not a thing that's like coded in or anything, but it happens so often.
Gotta keep it suspenseful until the end.
Yeah, like the compass would give these runners so much info about can they finish the dungeon, what should they do. Nah, the compass is always on the boss. Hey, speaking of Boldorms and weird eyes, how do you like one-eye Boldorm?
That's a new one. The last one I saw was an 8-eye Moldorm. So we've just gone in the complete opposite direction now.
One-eye Moldorm creeps most people out. As far as I've been told. Chat, why don't you let us know what you think? What's the best-eyed Moldorm? But we are continuing here.
Salty already took care of the back of Desert Palace. We're going to check the front now.
Some comments in chat. Yeah, what is weird? What is definitely weird? No, it is not possible to get no eye. Oh my! Oh wow! Sorry, I have to stop this. Demo just found hammer in coffee break room.
Wow, that is... Oh, man. Alright then.
That is twice that Wait, yeah, that is twice that Waffle House has found items in really awkward locations. We found that mirror in the back of Thieves Town that Immortals did not check, and now we've found that hammer in coffee break room. But to complete the conversation that people are asking in chat, no, you cannot have a zero-eyed Moldorm. The options are 1 through 8.
You want to talk about creepy. 0 eyes now.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Oh, it's an idea for next festive.
Oh, this is lovely. I missed the check. There is a sword on Lumberjack Ledge. Technically, if our runners go do Aga, they can finish the game, assuming they can get into Turtle Rock. Oh no, we have all the medallions, so they technically the teams as a whole know where they are. Oh, Turtle Rock is Quake, we're being told. So yeah, technically, I guess this is... They need a sword to finish, and technically they could just... You know, the game could force a Aga for Master Sword with 2 swords in GT.
It wouldn't be the first Aga seed I've seen today.
That would be very rude. But it is not unheard of. Getting another death warp here on Roach's side.
Meanwhile, we've got Salty taking care of Cold Stare.
Yeah, I was going to say this Cold Stare fight. Every time one of these players gets close to the edge, I get a little scared. Comment in chat. Then they would just get swords in GT. I mean, it's definitely possible. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with what I said, yes, they would. You could put it in a dumb place, but yes, they could.
Still doesn't feel good.
No. Saw a seed a few weeks ago with 3 swords in GT. That was kind of rude. It was all dungeons too, so you had to get the swords and then leave. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Chat, let us know. Where do you think these swords are? Like, we got some viewers here with us. We got people watching with us. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. What happened to Salty here? Oh no, that's not frozen. I can see inputs on the bottom of the screen. We're getting inputs on Salty's side. I think that was a hard reset. Okay, now I really want to know. We got 90 people watching this. Somebody tell us what happened to Salty right there. Unless Cody, did you see what happened?
I didn't. Like, last I saw, he was defeating Cold Stare, and I look away, look back down, and Crystal's still just floating there.
For the record, we are seeing Hammer Vidi over on demo side. So watch that. But like, what just happened? I don't think that counts. Salty now does not have the crystal from Para. Ooh, demo 1 heart. Biter sword spins are not bad, but they're not great against Vidi here. Hopefully the eyes can go fast enough. Okay, we made it out. We're fine.
Dicey for a second there.
Yeah, I somehow Salty got soft locked. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that after this. That's unfortunate. Like, that feels bad. And as a runner, like that's the worst thing you can see in a race. But sorry, let's with things a little bit more settled out and all the current boss fights down, let's get back to that question. Chat. There's a lot of you here. Where do you think the swords are? So we had one guess of there's a sword in swamp. There's always a sword in swamp, apparently. And we have one runner or one viewer that says a sword on each tablet.
Well, it is always the dream, isn't it?
We do know there's a sword on Lumberjack. So like, where are the other two? Where are the other two swords? Chat saying the crystal didn't spawn when Cold Stare died. I don't know. I don't know. I looked away, so I didn't see what happened.
On the ground, but I'm not sure what led us to that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to have a replay of this after we finish. Maybe Salty knows what happened, and if we get an interview, we can ask what the heck happened in Turtle Rock. Okay, so our runners are continuing. We have James in Pendant. Skullwoods.
Roach is making that mirror play.
Yeah, Roach, you are in the right place. Only problem is that mirror isn't going to help them all that much at this point until they go and they grab the hammer from Coffee Break Room. Lionel blocking fire rod shots and Wallmaster blocking fire rod shots. James not having a lot of luck with that. We're getting a little bit farther into swamp here on demo side. Oh, that's actually a fair point in chat. Sorry, what?
Looks like we got blind at Skull Woods.
Yeah, that is not a nice fight. At least the spikes cooperate and they don't fly all over the screen now.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, blind fight with the spikes. That would be interesting.
I'm pretty forgiving enemy placement to allow for that diver down. And our silvers.
Yeah, silvers are always nice. Silvers are, especially in Randomizer, you have that opportunity to defeat enemies a lot easier. Not particularly helpful when you've already defeated Vidi at least once, but... Looking at what's going on, trying to figure out what our runners might do next. What is here in Swamp? We found Armos Knights. Speaking of silver arrows.
Unless I'm mistaken, this might be our second Armos.
If it is, I missed the first one. It's very possible I just missed the first one, but I didn't see one. The desert was Armos. I did not see that on Salty side. Okay. Thank you to our trackers. They're definitely helping us out today. It's hard to watch 4 screens at once.
Oh, definitely. We got Salty trying to fight again. Hopefully we'll get through it.
Yeah, oh, don't fall. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. As much as you don't want to die, please don't fall. Salty does not have enough does not have enough magic for a fall. Okay, there it is. There's the death. We're gonna wait for the crystal to get picked. Oh, we got the item. But that means we didn't get the item the first time. We must have somehow gotten the crystal before the item? Because we got the compass this time on Salty's side. Oh. That's telling us you got this compass the first time too, so we got the compass twice? Oh, because he had to reset out of this. Or they had to reset. Sorry, they had to reset out of this. I'm not actually sure about that one. That pronoun, I apologize.
Now, at least we have it sorted out now. Like,
right.
Cold Stare is dead.
Yeah, cool. A hard reset means we lost all the items in this dungeon. Salty gonna go grab that hammer. In the meantime, Roach has a crystal. Hovering above his head. And there's the hammer. You know, as much as Salty lost a lot of time with that hard reset, had to redo more than one dungeon, they're still kind of ahead here.
Yeah, this is definitely an efficient, like, going back through it again, but then again, you know what to expect.
Yeah, but I'm even just talking about overall. They're still, both runners are still ahead of their opponents here. Right, like Salty's got 3 versus Roach's 2 crystals, and Demo's ahead in crystals as well. Just missing the 1 Turtle Rock crystal. We just need to find a sword somewhere. Now the swords can't lock each other at this point. There's no location that is locked by the swords, so all of the remaining locations are open to our runners. Gonna see the powder check on Roach's side for the powder that Demo just picked up. Powder leads to mushroom.
Wow, just a complete
Game.
reversal, alright.
Game. Runners are going, okay, fine, I'll flute over to the mushroom now. Now the big question, where is that sword? We may have some new viewers since the last time I asked this question, so give us your guesses. We are in Sword for Go mode. And one is on Lumberjack Ledge, I have been told. Catfish has been checked by someone. Salty Fry, I think?
Yeah, we had a catfish check. I don't think it was anything substantial.
It wasn't. But it was checked. Oh, sorry, it's bad to laugh. That's exactly happened to me before. Demo tried to go to the spin speed, the hook speed, and accidentally jumped off the Total Rock ledge. Been there, done that. What have we got left here? We really don't have much. So Demo's gonna go into Turtle Rock here. You know, I just want to comment on the fact that we still haven't seen a Trinex.
Well, Vanilla Trinex wouldn't surprise me at this point.
I don't think we've seen a Helmasaur yet either, have we?
No.
Or Argus. Okay, so Trinex, Helmasaur, and Argus are all bosses we have not seen yet, so they're going to have to show up in the next little bit. It's good all our runners have Fire Rod and Ice Rod because we're running out of options, and Trinex is going to come up soon. Oops. Demo. Chat saying Helmasaur will be on Moldrum too because that's the worst spot. Yeah, that spot sucks for Helmasaur. Both Moldrum arenas are really bad for Helmasaur, but yeah, that one's worse. I like Helmasaur and Skull Woods just because it's a hilarious boss fight. So you find Helmacopter. We have synchronized cold stare fights on the left side of the screen here.
Hopefully they'll have some better luck getting their crystals.
I will answer the question in a moment because I want to focus on these two fights. Both our runners are focusing on the last puff here. One done for James and one done for Roach. And to answer the question in chat, yes, Ice Trinex is possible. Runners do not like that, but yes, Ice Trinex is possible. Ice or Trinex in the Moldrum 2 arena is not possible. So we're running out of places for Trinex to be. And there has to be a Trinex in this seed. I mean, it's possible that it's just on pod and that's it. And our runners would love that.
We got James going for that hammer.
Yeah, the big thing is, where are these swords? Like, our runners are seriously running out of locations for these swords.
Never noticed that little change to that cave for Randomizer.
Which cave?
Minute cave.
Oh, how the blocks are missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. I think it's to ensure that you can actually defeat the enemies in there. What was with the... Okay. I'm not sure what that quake was on James's side. I think that might have been by accident. Might have tried to hammer and then accidentally switched to quake before that. You know, Turtle Rock is one of those dungeons that it actually tends to be easier with Randomizer. You know, Chain Chomp Room is gone. All the rollers or fire bars are... What? I say that, and then there's this roller here on demo side.
You just cursed demo.
I say that, and that happens. Generally, but you know, Chain Chomp Room is no longer Chain Chomp Room. So many of the bad rooms in this dungeon, because this dungeon is meant to be one of the hardest dungeons in the game. So logically, it makes sense when you randomize the enemies that it gets a little bit easier. But I said that, and demo instantly died, and I feel bad now.
If it hadn't been you, it was going to be me. I was just about to comment how those roller spikes being gone really help.
Yeah, it really does until they show up in this room. So we have Salty going into Mire. The thing is that Demo is in here near the back and is actually about to be done this dungeon. Looks like we are getting a safety door check. Just in case. Really depends on how comfortable our runners are with laser skips. It's kind of a little bit of a weird tech, depending on how you do it. The nice thing is with boot... I missed what boss that was. You see the boss on demo side?
And I completely missed it.
Oh,
Trinex.
Trinex. Oh, speaking of Trinex. Okay, so Vanilla Fighter Sword Trinex. Ew. Like, what do you... Vanilla Fighter Sword Trinex. I don't like this boss in general. Like, Fighter Sword Trinex.
At least it's not ice as well.
Yeah, but you know, like in this situation, so here's the question. Does Demo's gonna go the Firehead first. Wow, that was well done with the hammer, with the upward hits too. That is not an easy thing. Like, Demo just made that look really easy. I'm gonna tell you, that is not even close to easy. Be careful. That was a really good firehead. Which two hearts? Which gave them the opportunity to okay. to
Not
use
a
those
fun
extra hits
fight.
in time.
Not a fun fight when you only have hammer.
No, especially with the upward. But like, I'm impressed with the upward hits there. Like, upward hits with hammer are not easy, and any runner that has played this game with hammer tells you they try to avoid that at any opportunity possible.
Absolutely, that redhead was very clean.
Yeah, that was amazing, honestly. Very well done. And you know what? That is the last crystal. So, chat, 22 items in GT. Where's the big key? Let us know.
I think I'm gonna go for number 7 today myself.
7. Lucky number 7?
Oh yeah.
I always say 8. Anyone that's watched any of my streams, comms will say 8. No, I always say 8. But there the numbers come. The numbers are coming in. 22, 13, 3, and 11. Okay, well we're in GT. But yeah, you know it. What if there are no swords in GT? What if we get all the way to the top and they're like, what haven't we done yet? What if they're like on Pod Boss in somewhere?
You know, they haven't checked Pyramid Theory.
Pyramid Fairy and Pod Boss? Like, there is a comment that demo is way ahead of everybody. Yes, but Salty has redone both Thieves Town and Tower of Hera. So, as a whole, the team just pretty ahead. Salty's just unfortunately had to redo some work. Yeah, I had to redo the mirror, but the mirror was in the back somewhere in Thieves, wasn't it? So you had to redo the majority of it anyway. You know, I asked for the numbers. Did we get the big key? Because I looked away for a second.
Not yet. I just finished
Okay.
majority of.
So we're what, 6 in? Okay, so this should be 7. Yeah.
Yeah, we're up to 7. Thank you, chat.
So your check, the check you said was a key. It was just the small one.
I'll take it. And there's our big key.
8, 9. Oh, come on! I said 8. Demo, why didn't you go to the back left first? Because that would be a ridiculous thing to do ever. But 9.
We did not have anyone guess 9.
Yeah, I was actually the closest. Go figure. That rarely happens. Yeah, you know, I'm a little skeptical here. Demo has continued, or like mirrored and gone up the climb. There were 7, 8 more checks. No. 9? Did he do the right checks in that room? I don't remember. There were at least 9 more checks in the basement of GT. 11 checks on that side. Oh, okay, I missed 1. 10. Where am I missing another one? Anyways, you know, 10 to 11. That could have still been checked. It feels kind of risky to go up without that. Oh. Yeah, you know, there's some talk in chat about maybe demos thinking of doing AGA, but it's Randomizer, like that feels so sketchy. Demo trying to get the bomb kill here. Definitely the fastest way if you can get your bomb to work out.
Not the worst things you could see in this ice room, at least.
Yeah, that's unpleasant. Demo remembering that he has silvers and can just one-shot it. Oh, there's Argus. I did mention that we hadn't seen one of these yet. So what was the other boss? We haven't seen a Helmasaur yet. There was a call in chat that Helma was going to be on the Moldarm 2 room because it is the worst place to find Helma, so that is very, very likely possible at this point. Helmasaur basically has to be either vanilla or here. Oh, or it could be in the basement, actually. We didn't see it.
I did not know that just defeating the Puffs would open that door.
Yeah, so the funny thing with most bosses that have 2 phases, if you defeat the first phase, the door will open because the boss kind of like leaves the screen for a second. The thing is, in a boss like Argus, it will drop down in the second screen on top of you because it's the same super tile. So you will actually still get attacked by the boss in the second room. So if you decide to not go for it, you gotta keep going relatively fast. Or you'll get killed in the next room by accident. That is a bad place for a spike. Yeah. Game. Grab cape, please. Okay. Good choice. Just drop into the hole. Yeah, just... I would have just dropped it in the first place. Yeah, there's some talk about choices and some of these items and other things. But yeah, Demo, unfortunately, at this point, is going to have to find a way to get this sword. If Demo completes Agon goes through, he's not going to be able to help his teammate much because by the time the credits and everything finish, Salty should be at least on his way to GT or have a plan to get to GT.
There's our Helma.
Oh, yeah, well. I forgot who called that. We did get that call in chat. One of our viewers. Ah, it was Raids. Okay, well, congratulations.
The ultra rare golden Helma.
Helmasaur appears. Like you can see what happens here. You try to stand in front and use your hammer, you're just gonna get hit in the face. So bombs are definitely a helpful way to get around this. Bombs do a lot of damage to Helma. Okay, we still have Fighter Sword, so we didn't find it. So now the big question is going to be, what is Salty going to do? Knowing there's no sword on the climb. Does Salty just go and do the Aga play like Demo's probably going to do? Or do you try to continue in GT? What do you think, Cody?
It's hard to say, like... I feel like basement should have just been checked while you were there, but, like... I could see being nervous about being behind with that reset being in play too, like chat was saying. At this point, I might just go for the guarantee, though.
Yeah, it's like they know it's there. Salty knows Demo didn't check farther on the left side, and as you said, you can feel really bad about that beetle on Salty's side. Like you feel really bad about that reset, that soft lock, having to go all the way to get the gear and having to do Tower of Hair again, you start getting worried that the other team is getting close. I mean, maybe it partially also depends on what demo finds here. Like how bad the enemies are. If the enemies are really bad in here, maybe you just skip it. If the enemies are really nice in here, then you just do Aga.
That's true. Some of those narrow rooms can be really nasty.
Yeah, you get a roller in the wrong place, it could be a lot of work. But I mean, we have capes, so that's not that bad. But you know, some of the kill rooms, you get the wrong enemies in there that take forever. So far, Aga's tower has been relatively nice. We do have Roach in Turtle Rock and James in Ice Palace, just to kind of bring back a little bit of attention to the other team and our other runners here. We've been focusing on Demo as the lead runner here for a little. Oh, James.
Yeah, it was
The
rough.
Freezor. Dying to a Freezor in Ice Palace in Randomizer. Ew. That's unfortunate. Yeah. It's commenting. I don't know. I'm gonna start talking about specific players because I'm like, oh look, this particular player is doing this, and they instantly die. That's I think twice. But yeah, so far everything I've seen in Aga Tower has been relatively kind, so that's not bad.
Some of these rooms have been practically free.
Yeah, it feels nicer than the vanilla version. Yeah, where's the Lionel at the end of that bridge up at the top of Aga Tower that's gonna just like stand there and wait and make you go walk through it with your cape? Thank God they have cape. Or a Wall Master, yes. Yes, Wall Master at the top of Aga's Tower, always pleasant. I think that's one of chat's favorite things, but definitely not a runner's goal to get Wall Master there. And here's the Aga fight. Blue balls, I think that's one.
Yeah, just one so far.
Well, it's not going to be like that seed I saw one a few times ago when I was commenting. We had 9 straight blue balls.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This is kinder. No, that's 2 blue balls, and I'm going to refuse the suggestion in chat of adding Wall Masters to boss rooms.
Oh my gosh.
No. No, that's 4. Or is that 3 or 4?
That's 3, I believe.
I thought it was 4. I don't know, 3 or 4.
It's definitely a number.
It's a number. It's more than 2. We know that for sure. 4 or 5?
We're seeing from James how much easier the Vitreous fight can be when you have silvers.
6 or 7? Like, okay. You know, I said 9. I didn't actually expect to hit it. There is the Ice Palace boss. Yes, that was either 6 or 7 blue balls. That was quite a few. And here's the Trinex fight on Roach's side. That is going to be the last crystal for Roach. Now here's the question. Will Roach continue in the basement of GT?
It feels like it's the play you're going to have to make, and hope there's a sword there early.
Yeah, he'll be in there, and there is a potential the demo will be. I'm a little confused on what demo's doing. Sorry, I stopped because I was trying to figure out what demo might have been thinking of. Demo walked part of the way over here in Dark World.
Might have bumper ledge on the mind just from reflexes.
Maybe, but that was a bit of a loss of time right there. Okay, I want to know where these other swords were.
Same. The Saha bot might have just thrown them out, for all we know.
No, they're in the seed somewhere. But I'm kind of wondering if Roach will continue in GT. Maybe we'll find them there. At this point, there really aren't that many locations left.
I think the only other thing we had right side boss as well for GT.
Yeah, we had that, but like we also had Pod. Pyramid Fairy. Oh, interesting. Demo is going to get one additional check-in before doing the GT fight.
You may as
Just
well
in
when you have this
case.
teleport here.
Yeah, but like yeah, he had to use this teleport anyway. And honestly, if this is the sword, first of all, they will be on Tempered Sword, which is amazing. And B, Salty will know there's a sword in here, which could be huge. Unfortunately, neither one of those helped. Like, and really, like, Tempered Sword versus Master Sword is a big time save, even for him. And yeah, it'll help Salty quite a bit, but it didn't turn out into anything.
It looks like Roach may keep going on left side.
Looks like. Now, I'm kind of wondering, did their team just not check Ega? Or are they just making the play that it's got to be in here somewhere? And there's a death, but I believe Demo now has 2 fairies because of Waterfall, or not Waterfall, Pyramid Fairy. Yes, the answer yes. Demo has cleared TR. Demo is dying very quickly to Ganon, but is on the Ganon fight and has all of his crystals.
To answer chat, yes, if you do finish and want to check for any additional checks for your partner, you do need to sit through the credits.
Yeah. I believe you can use the new in-game speed up. You can hold X to speed up the credits a little bit, but you cannot use any emulator functions to speed it up if you're going to enter back into the game. You do have to wait through the timer. Oh, that rule was actually just clarified very recently. Ooh, Demo is one hit here. Oh, I looked away. Roach got a sword. I started watching Demo. Thank you, chat. Fire Snake Room. That is a lot faster than doing Ega. Like, a lot faster than doing Ega.
barring some really bad luck. Well, even with that, it's probably not enough to catch up, but that'll put our times a lot closer.
Yeah, it'll definitely help Immortals catch up a bunch of time. Yeah, as you said, the only thing that's going to really help them is something like Demo falling or dying here. Like a fall or a death could be really bad right in this moment. I'm going to wait because Demo's really close to that ledge. But okay, Kit here, GG's in chat for Demo, who has crossed the very dangerous bridge, has finished in first between her 4 runners in 1:29.15. But remember, I'm going to say that it is the average time of the 2 runners that is the final score. And when Roach and James finish GT, they can instantly drop into the Ganon fight. They will not have to do the Aga climb. I think we're actually joined by Demo. I guess you left your chat to join us here.
I got the invite.
Okay, no, it's definitely not a problem. It's the first co-op I'm comic with, so
I just got the invite. Like, yeah, I'll join. I would think that my teammate is close too, but I guess not. Oh,
no,
because
you're
it pings me after I'm done and
after you're done,
and he's not
yeah.
done yet with the 10 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna be here for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're So let's not talk about anything you might already know about the seed. So we'll watch these runners go through, and I don't want to kind of spoil anything that's going to happen. So you're welcome to join us here, but I'd like to let this play out on stream.
Yeah, I will not spoil anything what my runners what my teammate has done.
But yeah, so I will say that we found a sword in Fire Snake room. So how does that one feel?
I thought about going there just in case, but
yeah,
I was like, we already know where one sword is. And then I found the book afterwards. I'm like, that book is in a bad spot.
Yeah, that's so. There was another much more accessible to the sword than the one you went for.
That's okay. The felt pretty good when I pulled that hammer out of Hera.
Oh yeah, you guys got the hammer and the mirror earlier. The other team did not go into the back of Thieves Town right away. So you found the early mirror, and then that led you into Tower of Hera, which led you into the early hammer check. So that was... And the fact that your team actually did the basement was great, because that was huge.
Why would you not have one of your teammates check that? That's like, you're doing co-op, so you have at least one person do it. And then the other person just skips it and hope it's nothing.
I just got to talk for a second here about the fact that Roach is now on this lovely Helmasaur fight.
First place for Helma.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Chat was hoping for this because of how bad it was, and it happened.
Yeah, bombs is probably the best choice instead of
because if you try to go at it with the hammer, you got a good likelihood to just get knocked right off. The nice thing too with the arrows that you can just fire at it sideways, which is what Roach did as I was talking about it. You don't have to get in front of Helmasaur. You can just hit Helma from the side with the arrow.
It's been so long since I've done Helma up there. I forgot I could do that.
Yeah, I think you ran around to the front and was like, oh, well, I mean, it works.
I was scared.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing. I do think we have a freeze on James's side. Unfortunately, we will.
Oh, I'm reading in the chat room that he lost internet.
Oh. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, that's something. But in the meantime, we'll just continue with the runners that are here before we discuss that too much.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back before like he's able to get internet before he's done, so that way he can at least start done.
But we'll see what happens here. So we have Roach defeating Aga 2 at the same time that Salty defeats Aga 1. Unfortunately, Roach seems to not have caught up enough to gain any sort of time advantage, or a huge time advantage. But Roach does not have to go to Lumberjack Ledge, so we will have Roach dropping into the fight first. Salty taking a different, little bit of a different route there. So Demo, why'd you go into Dark World?
Let's not talk about how I'm just derping on things.
Okay.
I opened up the portal. I'm like, why am I going here?
Okay, so that's my normal. With these things, it's like you finish something and you're like, okay, I autopiloted to the completely wrong action. So that's all that was. Okay, but
yeah, derp there.
No, it happens.
Giving a bunch
it
of time. It
definitely happens.
The Pyramid Fairy giving fairies is nice.
Yeah, you very much use those. You did not like that Ganon fight.
No, that Ganon fight has been atrocious for me on Master Sword for some reason, but it's.
Whatever. But it wasn't even that. You took a death like almost instantly dropping in.
Oh yeah, his trident. What's the word? It seeked me out hard.
Salty? Oh, Salty's running that way. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that way's a little bit faster, is what he said.
Oh no, I just had a moment of I was trying to figure out where he was going, but this makes sense.
Yeah, I think he said that going through the pod portal is faster than going through Hype Cave portal. At least that's what he's told me, so.
Oh, that would be interesting. That is definitely not something I would have known about.
I'm gonna believe my teammate.
But he also, I mean, he has Aga portal unlocked.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which that should be the fastest, shouldn't it?
Yes, it is the fastest. But when you have beaten Aga, but also have access to Ganon's, like, I guess the fastest is just escaping and quitting in the Dark World.
Oh, yeah, that's true too. It'll just take you right there. But okay, anyways, Roach has defeated Ganon. So Roach, assuming that he's able to cross this very dangerous bridge, yes, Roach crosses it, does get our second finish, is about 8 minutes behind Demo. So all Salty Fry needs to do is finish within a reasonable amount of time here. But yeah, actually, that's on top of that. Yeah, if you just go into Dark World and save and quit, now that becomes a question: is it faster to go through the Aga portal, or is it faster to go to like Hype Cave and then save and quit? Hype Cave portal and save and quit.
You would go to Pod portal because it's right there.
Or flute to Pod portal.
That's flute to Pod portal or flute to Mire portal. Any portal that's right there.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of timing things. So we do have Salty dropping in.
He just took a fall.
That's what happened. I was wondering what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil that part.
I totally looked away for a second. Yeah, Cody, good call. I looked away. What happened? Did he...
He just got a little too close to the ledge there.
Oh.
Happens,
happens.
unfortunately.
So we're getting this fight all over again. And at this point, we actually see Demo, who's here with us now, a few minutes ago, doing some checks.
Yeah, I was talking to my teammate about like what can I do? I can look for things after I'm done, right? And he was telling me, yeah, you have to not fast forward and do anything. You just have to watch the credits as normal. I was like, okay.
You can fast forward using the in-game fast forward, the hold X, but you cannot use any emulator fast forward.
Oh, I've used emulators, so I didn't know about the X. I thought that was just console only.
No, that's everybody. And the reason for that is that it's fair. That way, it's both emulator and console runners can run with the same speed. Because otherwise, it's an advantage or disadvantage for one or the other.
Yeah, I just decided not to do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
I wanted
there
to play
really
it very
wasn't
safe.
that much you could check that would actually have been helpful to Salty at that point.
It would have been Pyramid Fairy into like the tablets.
But you checked Pyramid Fairy already beforehand.
Yeah, which had the book.
I see. Yeah, but that's
like,
one of those like
he's so close already. That's like it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, like going out of the way for that probably wasn't worth it. And there is Salty Fry completing the Ganon fight. Holding up the sword. So Salty Fry does cross the bridge, does finish here in third with our first and third place being complete. We can say that unfortunately James's internet had some issues and has had to forfeit. So that is the end of the game. So get your GGs in addition to Salty Fry. Please get your GGs in chat for James as well. All of these runners did a really good job. Everybody played pretty well today. This seed required finishing a lot of the world.
I'm wondering where that last sword is now. It's probably in GT somewhere.
Looks like we have been joined by Salty. GG.
Yeah, GG. Welcome.
Hi, GG.
Hi, Salty. Hey, I forgot that they ping you to join here when you're done, so I was in here for 10 minutes.
Salty, we mentioned it to Demo, but there was a sword in Fire Snake Room in GT.
Is that where it is? Yeah. At that point in time, I was trying to figure like whether it was going to be worth our while to kind of clear the entirety of GT, just looking for a sword, especially if we found the big key early on. I mean, that hard lock kind of made it feel like we were probably behind to some extent, obviously. So
yeah. So that was the other question. What happened in Hera?
I wish I knew. I knew something was wrong. Like the item dropped down when the boss was still exploding. I don't know if people realized that. And that's when I immediately realized something was up, right? And then after everything ended, it just kind of sat there and nothing happened. So I jumped down the pit, came back up. The crystal dropped down. So I went to try to pick that up, and then everything just hard locked completely at that point in time. So I had to reset and kind of, luckily it wasn't too far back at that point.
Yeah, I think you had to go back and do Thieves Town again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I had to go get the mirror, and I had to do Desert a second time. So those were the two things I had to do again because of it.
Yeah. That was a long time loss. So at that point, did it feel like you were behind? Like, what was the thought process when that happened?
Well, it definitely doesn't help. Like in Randomizer, you always kind of have the idea that anything can kind of happen to your opponent as well. So you always got that going for you. the ice rod was always a possibility that could screw someone over. I felt like maybe if they chose not to go to the back of Skull Woods, maybe, so that always could keep things in your favor a little bit. So obviously it doesn't feel good, but you got to keep going is kind of what it is, right? And hope for the best. Like, this isn't actually the first time I've won a league or tournament race where I've hard locked in it. Ironically, I'm 2-0 now in races where I've hard locked, so I got that going for me.
So now you know the way to win a race for you is just to hard lock your game, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I haven't been so lucky when it's happened in other places like ladder and stuff like that, but at least in tournaments and leagues, it's been all right. I've had it happen a variety of different ways, but yeah, this was a new one this time. Yeah, I honestly have absolutely zero clue as to what happened as well. Like, normally I can usually go and figure out what happened. Like, the one time I mirrored on the same frame where I grabbed the big key off the torch in desert, and if you do that, you hard lock. So, like, things like that, I know hard lock you, but I have absolutely zero clue as to what happened. I imagine that has something to do with Randomizer stuff, would be my guess, but I'm not technical enough to really know.
I was thinking that maybe it had something to do with the cold stare ice falls, because maybe what happened, I just thought of this, like, maybe what happened is, like, you killed the last puff as the icicle was gonna fall down, and maybe it switched over.
We can continue this fully. I just do want to say that we are joined by James here in chat with us. So GG.
GG's.
GG.
Sorry about the internet issue that we heard about.
I can. It's a long story. It's my own fault. My work computer likes to take over my internet sometimes, and I forgot to shut it off after work.
Your team did find a much easier sword than the other team. Waffle House did go all the way to Aga for it.
We were talking in the voice call as Roach was heading up to GT if like I should just clear GT and go beat Pod, since we knew that the only thing that was in there was the boss. But then Roach found the sword in Firebar or Fire Snake, and that solved that problem.
The big difference between the two teams that we saw was that Waffle hosted the back of Thieves Town early, which got to the mirror, which got to the hammer really early.
Yeah.
That helped their routing a lot.
Yeah, we were feeling a little behind due to some misrouting early, and decided to just do that as a gamble, to skip that after finding 3 items in the front, and clearly that did not pay off, so.
I can guarantee in a regular race, I would have last location that mirror. There is no chance I would have gone back there to get that mirror. So.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's just how it goes. Like, if I find 3 items in the front, the chances of me going back in there are 0. Like, it's a little different in a co-op race type of situation. But
especially in Randomizer, where you just go to the boss.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Like, and there was always the chance. Like, when I was heading to the boss, I was saying to demo, I'm like, well, we might get the 4th item on the boss, and there might not even be any items in the back as well.
Right. Yeah. So that's. It's really hard to win a co-op race when you last location 3 different things. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like you have one person do that thing, which is what Fry did, and then it's like you have your other teammate. They need to go in there anyways. It's like, all right, go find the last item just in case it's something we need. If it's not, then I don't have to come back there. It's like you have your other teammate go finish up what you skipped, because
right,
you want your teammate to find more things, so that way you're not like just always trailing each other. You're always checking something, stuff like that.
Yeah, and we had split up things pretty well up until the point where we got choked on the mirror, and then after that we're just kind of following each other's footsteps after that.
Yeah, this seed was pretty linear if you do last locate, but the thought of going to ice without the hammer was coming up pretty shortly.
Yeah, I did that before we did that, and Found all 3 items and did not find a compass and was pretty sad.
Sad days. At least the items were pretty easy on.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of lost focus at the end of the seed, didn't buy potion before I went to GT and died. And I guess after my internet dropped, I ended up dying a second time on Argus after I beat Argus on half a heart and then dashed out of the room and died walking into the next room somehow. I have no clue.
Oh, sorry, I missed. In GT?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did you beat phase 1 or phase 2? Because I missed that.
I beat phase 1. And I was on a half heart. I dashed out of the room and then died.
You died to Argus bouncing up.
Oh, up. Yeah, that's it. So, remember that the room above the room where that Lanmo 2 fight is part of the same super tiles, so the enemy will transition between one and the other, and the enemy can actually drop and attack you in the second room.
Oh, that part I didn't know. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I've been attacked in that room before. If you take too long. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So because they're on the same tile according to the game, you actually haven't left yet. And since the enemy is allowed to drop within that tile, it just falls on you.
Right. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
all right.
It's being above Argus at any point is a dangerous thing, and I actually died in a recent race doing that. I think in League, so that's how I learned that one.
Cool. We'll file that away for Sunday.
Is that your next race day?
Yep. Sunday, 1:10 Eastern. Same team for us, and then I think it's Demo and Matt. So no breaks for us. We'll see what happens.
You gotta earn your spot. Did not get regulated.
Yeah, well, we got one more chance, and then hopefully we get some help from Wally and the boys.
I'm rooting for you.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. We'll see what happens Sunday. Got a lot of work to figure out on our team right now, but we'll be there Sunday.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps up everything. Unless you guys had any other feedback about the seed, anything to say about it, really?
Oh, this is my last race of this league, so I'll just say a big thanks to everyone that's put it on. It's been a blast as always. Hopefully I'll be back next year for the next one, and good luck to everyone else going forward in the league, and see you guys all next tourney or next league.
Alrighty, well, I think that'll get us wrapped up. Checking, we do not have any more races tonight, but it looks like tomorrow we do have some Invitational League races. We have a 310, a 410, and those will be on SpeedGaming 4 and 5.
Yeah, in general, the SpeedGaming list of episodes is pretty close to done for the night. There's not much for us to send you to. There is something going on SpeedGaming 4 still. So there might be something there to watch. I think it's part of SpeedGaming Live, so definitely keep an eye out for the SpeedGaming Live things going on too. Definitely a lot going on these channels. So don't forget to follow this. This is SpeedGaming 2, and follow SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 3 through 6, I think.
And we've got 6 I've seen active so far.
Yeah, it's 6. And don't forget also to give the runners a follow. We did post their links in chat, but we'll do it one more time. And do give a lot of our volunteers some support too. It definitely helps. And I want to say thank you to Cody for being here and commentating with me today.
Well, hey, thank you for keeping me company.
And definitely thanks to all our runners. And we hope you enjoyed your time with us here tonight. And I hope to see you next time.
Everyone take care.